Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
I mean, it's not the same exact Emperor who cast it out, right? I have no idea, honestly. I just know an Emperor banished the Sky Ripper, and an Emperor is gonna suffer the wrath of the Sky Ripper.
This is quite the view, he thought.
So this is the Nexus, the shifting islands. I see. Now I'm starting to get an idea of where we are. Not physically in the world, but at least what these places can be called. Our first void door! I imagine it's gotta have a lot of neat things inside of it. So I want to make sure I go there first, before her path seals behind me, and I feel really sad.
Idly, if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Well, maybe they didn't use it to hook themselves. Maybe they teleported to each one. It'd be cool if we actually found out the truth behind them. Alright, I want to try this out against enemies now. Use its magic to accelerate my abilities. Oh, that train's a lot faster than I thought it would.
Renata felt ready to become faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which.
Ooh, is that an upgrade? Critical chance upgrade. Ooh. I don't know how many times these things can level up. I'd imagine quite a few. Just so that way you always have something to do as you repeat the stories. But I don't know. You can only upgrade your swords twice.
Exactly
or once.
What the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun? No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Oh, these old gods are legitimate, like, Lovecraftian gods? They wish to consume the world and bring it upon darkness? Well, I mean... in the first timeline that we progressed through, the world lasted long enough for it to get destroyed by a dying sun. So there's that.
The Empire's most renowned scientists, working by themselves without interference. At least, so far.
Alright, so we have a 20% chance of critical hits, and my shields... yeah, just cause shield guns drop the shield. Well, take damage. But by how much? But by how much? Oh well. Woo. Oh no. Wait, no. No, I didn't ask for this. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Put up the shields. I figured they were just gonna have me dodge. Which I still expect to have it happen. Oh gosh. Yep, just gonna do this. I can handle some multitasking. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh shit. Dodge! Ugh. Oh, I just dodged or blocked 3 attacks from 3 different directions. That's how awesome I am. Bye-bye.
I'm just trying to teach you how to fly.
Yeah, it's very important for ravens, too. Nope, still a great style, even though I tossed someone off the edge. I'm filled with sadness, but I will accept it. I am truly not of the greatest styles. Not yet. I think at this point I should be able to upgrade my ice sword. I just need more ore. Tons of it. Ah, that must be the door to the observatory. Boom. Nice. Hello?
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, the Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If the Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen until our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
Well, they would just ask them to use it themselves. We're gonna go to Calaveras. He would know.
Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Hey, that assumes the Sky Ripper is broken in the first place, which it might not be. All we know is a confirmation. Well, we don't know a confirmation at all. We just know that, I forgot her name already. The cat lady
Maybe it was the cold.
warned us.
But after a few steps, Renato's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renato dare use the Sky Ripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies. Even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies, some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after.
Ha!
No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler. No. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least he was sure of.
Yeah, you know, that's fair enough.
Shall not pass.
Uh-oh. It is not letting me do what I want. There's also apparently a buffer in the back. Gonna have to deal with them, aren't I? Yeah, so much. Oh, I was about to say, so much for your buff damage. Oh, Jesus. No, come on! If there's one downside to my ability that lets me blink over to people instantaneously after a certain combo, it's that. The explosive enemies really screw me over.
These platforms were great. Renato wanted one for his house.
Do you even have a house? We have a ship. That's good enough, right? Ooh. We have an ice path to follow, but look at all these other areas we could go across. Choices, choices, choices. Where does this go? No, come on! I hate them so much. I loathe them. Okay. We're gonna try out this path and hope that it doesn't take me to where I want to go. Oh, I just want treasure, man. Do you have to bust my balls every time? You know what? I can let myself get killed. Haha. Shit, it didn't work. Damn it, I just wanted to die. Also, why are these assholes spawning without an enchanter? Or why are they spawning buff but without enchanter? That's frustrating. I can't believe I missed out on 2 passive items.
Focus on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Calvaris would help. He would make Renato feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renato wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Look at all the things I'm skipping! There are so many items down there!
Renato's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
No, I wouldn't want to have company if I was a super awesome professor as well. Knowledge can destroy the world, and so people can destroy him for his knowledge. It's a smart idea, really. Or maybe there's an artifact of power up here that we just don't know about. Could be likely. Damn it. I keep on trying to light them on fire.
Make sure his sword was still working. Yep.
Ice door. No. That way. Over yonder. Darn it. What does this game have against me and getting cool items? Uh-oh. Why would I want that? Oh, because it frees up the path. Clever.
Renato had been focusing all his energies on the Sky Ripper. If Calaveras could not fix it, he'd be out of options. He would have to assault the Imperial fleet empty-handed.
Well, we've done that before.
Sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
Wow, all of them just broke into nothing. Anyways, there's a chance that the truth of the world will help me figure out what to do with my Sky Ripper. For now, though, if I use dash through enemies, this would be nice, because sometimes I dash quite a lot. But I don't know. Stunning dash would be good. Or I could save it, because we're just about to beat this campaign. Or I give myself more health. 50 more health would be nice. I save. For greed.
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Renato explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so, according to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
Holy crap.
That's pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
What? No. That's so not right. Look, each time you use it... Okay, look. Just don't use it ever. At all, okay?
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Renato could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was it. The big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky Ripper? Could he gamble the universe? On the other hand, What were the odds of rolling 21 sixes in a row?
No, that's not it. That's funny. They could have explained that like, oh, just, you know, if you fire it once, the world might blow up. And that would suck. The universe might blow up. But it worked out last time for us.
The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper, or the Iblis Stone, or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow, or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right?
No.
He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
I sure hope we find out a secret truth about the world. It'd be nice. Use the Sky Ripper on the Emperor. Ooh, that would be a good decision. We don't use it on every single enemy along the way.
This jewel was more than sparkly. It had arcane power, and an engraving. To Cindy.
So we'd kick some butt. Where is this going? We've never been on this path. The void door leads me to a shortcut? Straight to the end?
Someone
Ooh.
had told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, though. And he always listened to his gut. On the other hand, 128 chances to win, but one of them would destroy the universe.
Oh, Jesus.
That seemed a bit serious. Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Sky Ripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a fizzbin. That could work.
What? But
Building
you had
these
a
platforms
fizz
was so expensive, they'd run out of budget for guardrails.
Oh, I'm trying to dodge. Oh, right. I have to have energy for it. I almost forgot about that. Oh, I made them hit their own teammate. I didn't know that was an option. That's awesome. So by going along the void path, I kind of skipped like half of the area, which is awesome. That'll be useful for all the future times we end up in this area. What's that? I don't have to fight across 5 different ships? Just like 3? Wonderful. Aha, there we go. I'm incapable of jumping a gap, so I must ride my way up instead. Okay. I pressed a dangerous series of buttons there. That could have been really bad. It wouldn't have resulted in my death, but it would have hurt. Oh, there's the Emperor.
He set up the Sky Ripper and let it warm up. He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. I know the odds. Good. Because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No. Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing. They only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said. Don't. He felt sure the odds were with him. He had to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The Sky Ripper fired. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames.
It's gonna destroy the universe.
It was awesome. And then he noticed there was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger and even larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole. 1 in 128. What are the odds? Thought Renato, and then
1 in
everything
28.
fell into the hole and was gone.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him.
Darn it.
So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
Well, is there a way for us to stabilize it? I have no idea. You see, I thought the core story was going to lead us to, like, this path. I thought there was kind of like a pattern to all of this, but I guess I have no true idea. For Renato, it meant 127 chances to destroy the Empire. It's funny. We need the other truths. One about Lapino, and one about, I don't know, old gods? That looks like a spooky portal thing.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the Path of Destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yes. Because this time, I'm going to try to go for the temple.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Renato went ostrich hunting.
It would be funny if if an ostrich actually had the Iblis Stone, but no. We're gonna find our way through some desert temples and see what we can find.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis Stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
I guess we'd have to find out. Although this is gonna kind of be awkward. Because now we know that, certain doors can lead us to other ways through the level? Which might be bad, because this is our first time through it, and I want to see the normal path.
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out? He had.
Ooh, increase resistance to physical damage by 30%? That's actually pretty high for a level 2 thing. But we still don't have Treasure Hunter, and that makes me sad. I want the Treasure Hunter, because I'm sure it's going to give me some cool stuff. Maybe not gems.
It tasted bitter. Steps were too
But more
tall
items?
for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust. waiting for its hour to come around at last.
Well, it's a sandy desert cave, or not cave, desert temple. It's gonna be like dealing with mummies or some shit. At least we didn't have to deal with any new enemies in the last one. Whoop! Might happen this time, though. Woo! We are making our way down.
Ronaldo felt bad for littering, but these islands were short on trash cans.
Goodbye.
The ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Oh god, there's lava down here too? What the hell? This temple is dangerous. Also, hey, you know what? I paid off with a gamble. Alright. Now, I can throw down some skills. Be really happy. Buy skill?
Well, he'd always wanted to do that.
Do I want to increase my throwing distance? Can't increase my stamina. Oh! That can give me more dashes? Oh, that'd be good. So apparently I can get 4 more dashes added. 6 dashes overall. No one would be able to hit me. It'd be amazing. I need 1 more truth to be able to get some of the cooler stuff, though. For now, I'll take a dash. It'll help me out in certain situations when I spam my dash a little too often. I'm still not feeling the slow down time thing as much as you would think. I do see it happening, but I expect something like significantly more. Oh, almost hit that fucker again. No, fuck, come on, I aimed my analog stick at someone else. Why must you disappoint me, life? Almost had a perfect. Would have been amazing. But the explodey guy had to ruin it.
It wasn't his fault.
With a stabbable
He looked
face.
so breakable.
Alright, let's see where this takes me. I don't want to be taking down any crazy new paths, because I've never explored the old path. Ooh. Find the stone. You've been chosen in this critical mission for your ability to follow orders to the letter without question. Do not believe the naysayers. Your score in the intelligence test is only proof that you are better geared than anyone else to follow orders. Take pride in knowing that I, your emperor, have handpicked you for this mission. Follow the instructions to the letter. Always travel in pairs. Do not look at the engravings on the wall. Do not lose the hermetic box. When you find the stone, immediately place it in the box and seal the box. If you hear a voice in your head, ignore it. Remember, the temple is haunted. Obviously. This is an old temple dedicated to an old evil god. There were blood sacrifices. Of course it would be haunted. Ignore the voice in your head. Remember, ghosts cannot hurt you, but they will try to confuse you. When you hear a voice, take the drowsy pill. If you meet another soldier with a stone and it is not in the hermetic box, immediately spray them with the drowsy gas. Find the stone, put it in the box, seal the box, and most important of all, find the stone. That's expecting a lot out of the ravens, don't you think? Oh, would you look at that? A normal-ish door.
A road less traveled. This could be fun. If it wasn't fatal, that is.
Goodbye. Oh, snap. That's not good. Damn it, sir! Why do they have to explode after a second hit? You can breathe on them by accident, and then, oh, whoops, they're gonna explode the next time you touch them. Jerks. I hate you all. You all deserve death and doom and destruction. Oh, there's a cool move. All right. See, that's what I expect when I see the word freeze time. I just have to learn how to perfect it, to use it to my proper advantage. What do we got? Treasure finder, treasure finder, treasure finder?
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
Well, how much energy can I get on kills? Because I think I'm starting to need that. 5% sword energy? Meh. I mean, I do kill a lot of enemies per battle, so useful enough, I suppose.